Alright, so this past weekend, a brand new Sonic the Hedgehog TV series titled Knuckles, based off of Knuckles and Wade, released on Paramount Plus. This last week, I binged all 6 episodes, and today I'm going to give you my review of the series. But before I get started, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what is your opinions on the Knuckles TV show. I want to know all that and more. My backstory with the Sonic franchise: the first Sonic movie was one of my favorite movies of 2020. I think it was either second or first. It was 2020, so that's not saying much, but I really did enjoy that movie. Second Sonic the Hedgehog, I had issues with it, but it's still fun. Going into this, the trailer made it look like it's going to be another Sonic the Hedgehog thing, where it looks like it's like Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 are kind of similar. It looked like it's going to follow that path, and so I was kind of nervous going to. I didn't know if I'd fully enjoy it. Well, did I enjoy it? We're going to get started with the review, and we got some positives here. Despite the show not being good, we got some positives here. First up, when I mentioned that I was worried it was going to be the copy and paste, it was not a copy and paste. There was different things for good or bad, whether it's focusing on Wade, which I think is a bad change, or whether it's like the overall story with Knuckles, which is not just, oh, we need your power. There's like little kind of twist in there, so it's fresh. It's something that you haven't seen in this franchise already before. And so that was fun. The first 3 episodes I thought were really good. I really did enjoy those first 3 episodes. When you're just following with Knuckles, specifically Knuckles, and when he's hanging out with Wade, it's not just Wade by himself. I thought the show could be pretty fun. The 3rd episode with the Shabbat dinner, I think, was really, really, really fun. I absolutely had a blast. It has one of the better action sequences in a show like this that I've seen, and I'm surprised that there's not a lot of people talking about it because it was awesome. And there's just genuinely, the show is pretty funny. Even in the weaker episodes 4, 5, and 6, there's always moments that just give me the chuckles, whether it's stupid characters like the bowling commentators, or whether it's just Idris Elba's line delivery. I think it's all can be pretty funny, and it's a pretty funny show. I will find myself laughing while watching this. Unfortunately, that's about where the positives end for the show. While the first 3 episodes were solid, if it continued on that path, I'd say it's a solid show. But I just can't find myself recommending it after 4, 5, and 6. So the way episode 4 starts off is, it starts off pretty solid, I think. There's a funny moment with Wade, and I genuinely was laughing. I like the line delivery. I thought that was really funny. But then he gets stuck in a cage and goes on a glorified music video with Pachacamac, or however you say his name. So he's just like singing for like the next 15 minutes about you gotta have heart until his character arc progresses. What was the writer's room thinking? Like, what was the idea here? Hey guys, what if instead of having more fun Knuckles and Wade action, which is working pretty solid in the show, why don't we just give Wade an own music video, because we don't know what to do with episode 4. It's pretty simple what to do with episode 4. Follow Knuckles as he tries to find Wade, and Wade as he breaks out and eventually figures it out. Like, what? Like, what was the idea here? And then we move on to episode 5, and episode 5 was a fine episode. There's a nice character arc with him and his dad, but I felt like that episode was a little too rushed. Then we get to episode 6, where we're focusing on the bowling tournament with Wade, and then, like, Knuckles, the whole thing with Knuckles is, as the show goes on, as it ends, he has this big boss battle, but it's like 5 minutes, because Wade is off with his dad in the bowling tournament. And the way, like, the big boss battle is handled is because Wade and family, and we don't get to see any of the cool stuff we wanted to see with the show with Knuckles. I kid you not, Knuckles is maybe in 5, 6 scenes in episode 4, 5, and 6. He's just kind of forgotten. Like, he's literally not in the show. It felt like a rarity when we see him. Every time we see him, those were the best parts of the show. But then he's just kind of like, bye Knuckles, you're not in the show anymore, because we're focusing on a bowling tournament with Wade, which would be a solid side plot to a show if we were focusing on the Knuckles plot. But clearly they didn't have enough ideas for what to do with Knuckles, so they just made a bowling tournament with Wade about his family, which could be pretty solid, but it's just handled in a terrible, terrible, terrible way. And it's just, I could not believe my eyes once I was done with episode 4 and then episode 6. I could not believe the stuff that happened in this. It was really not, it was not very good. It genuinely, I cannot find myself recommending the show because I just can't believe it. If you're like a diehard Sonic fan, I don't even know what to tell you because you don't even really need to watch this show in the universe because it doesn't do anything with the Sonic characters. There's nothing interesting with them because we're focusing on a bowling tournament with Wade Whipple, everybody's favorite plotline. On top of that, there's also a couple characters that I found really, really annoying. I don't know her name. I don't want to know her name because I pray to God I never see her in anything. I don't know if it was a script problem or if the director said, hey, be the most annoying you can. I don't know if she's talented, but here she is. Wade's sister was the most annoying. Like, there's not been a character that I've wanted so hard to jump in the screen and absolutely beat the ever-loving crap out of than that character in a long time. Like, from the moment we meet her, she's just like, I'm an FBI agent, yeah. And then she's like, tries to do some funny line delivery, and not a single thing she does in the entire show is funny. There's a little girl that, there's a running gag in the beginning that she makes fun of Wade. And yeah, I get it's a little girl. I'm not going to really slander that, but she could have just been taken out and it would have made the show better. Every time she was on screen, the joke was just not funny, and it was just really annoying. So I just don't know what the thought process of writing the show was. First 3 episodes were really good. I wouldn't say they're perfect. They still had some script writer errors and all that, but it was solid. And then we get into the last episodes, and the show just falls apart, and I just don't know what the idea was here. I don't know. And so for Knuckles Season 1, I'm going to have to give it a D+. I cannot believe what they did here. If you want to make a Knuckles spin-off show, make sure you have a plot for Knuckles because clearly they didn't have one. My next video is going to be, I believe it'll be a ranking of all the April movies. Go check out my second channel if you like other niche videos, new ideas that I can't really put on this channel. Also, on my second channel, I do some sports videos, so if you're into sports, go check that out as well. More ZMC. I'm trying to grow that channel as well. So stay tuned for a bunch more videos coming up, and with that said, subscribe to join the Nerd Army. Peace out.